Hello and welcome to this week's assembly. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving break. Starting today, we'll be highlighting a character trait from our IB learner profile each week during assembly. As an International Baccalaureate World School, MCDS works to thread these themes throughout our educational programming and in our everyday environment, whether it's in person or online. As a head of school, I strongly believe that character education is just as important as every other subject in preparing our students for the world and helping to develop you, the next generation of leaders, critical thinkers, and compassionate lifelong learners. Today, we're going to get started with one of the most interesting traits on the IB learner profile, and that is risk-taking. I've asked Rafe to help me introduce the character trait of risk-taking. Rafe, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Mr. Brooks?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. So are you new at MCDS?
Yep, I am.
Welcome. When did you join us?
I joined this year before I was at Edgewood High School.
Great. Well, we're really happy you're here. I just was curious as to who is on your microphone there.
This is Stitch. He's a stuffed animal that I've had since kindergarten.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing Stitch with us. So
Yep, no
sorry to
problem.
interrupt. Go for the questions.
All right, so what does risk-taking mean to you?
Hmm. To me, it means you're doing something that you're not sure exactly what the outcome is going to be. And you could or could not be successful maybe. And you might make a mistake and you could even fail. And so as I'm thinking about your answering you, I'm remembering my high school English teacher who told me that one of the biggest um, risks was not actually taking a risk.
Hmm, that's very interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why do you think risk-taking is one of the IB learner profile traits?
Hmm. I think it's one of the IB learner traits because in order to learn something new, it sort of makes sense you have to try something new. And so I think that's one of the things. Um, I think you also have to risk being wrong in order to learn something new. And I think you have to try not to be afraid of making mistakes. Rafi, I'll just share with you that even as a head of school, I make mistakes all the time, but I have to take chances and I have to take risks in order to run the school. Um, so in order to learn, you also have to be what I would call a brave learner. And I remember that also because when I was learning to read, I remember my first grade teacher telling me that I was being a brave learner. And I remember that stuck with me.
Tell us about a recent risk-taking moment for you.
Oh, okay. Well, just like you, Rafe, I chose to take a risk to come to MCDS this year. So it
Yeah.
was July, and the risk was moving to Madison to a school that I'd never actually been to. I'd never even visited MCDS because of COVID. Um, I'd been to Madison only once many, many years ago, and I remember it being beautiful, but that's all I remembered. Um, I had never met any of the faculty or staff or parents or students, only on Zoom. And, that's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Um, and my friends actually were discouraging me against making this big change.
Well, I'm glad you made the decision and took a risk.
Awesome. Thanks. I'm really glad I did too, because I found that when I got here, the school was great. The students were great. The faculty and staff were great. The parents were great. The board was great. It's all great. So
Hmm.
if I hadn't taken this risk, I would have never met you or anyone
Yeah.
else at MCDS. So how's it been for you? Like, was it a big risk for you to move to MCDS?
Um, I think it was. I was excited to be switching to MCDS, but also nervous because I wouldn't be meeting anyone in person, and I didn't know how I would act on Zoom. But everyone was really, really kind to me and really inviting. and I enjoyed it a lot, and now I have a bunch of friends.
Great.
So
So it was worth taking the risk?
100%.
Awesome. So should we recommend to our students and faculty and staff that they take a risk?
100% as well.
Awesome. All right. Well, Ravi, I guess I should let you get back to class. Are you on lunch break right now?
Yeah, I am. I don't know what I'm going to eat, but
All right.
something.
All right. Ravi, I hope you and Stitch have a great rest of the afternoon.
Thanks. You too, Mr. Burks.
Great to meet you, Ravi. Welcome to
Nice to meet you as well.
MCDS. We're so happy you're here.
Thank you.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in, North Cape, Wisconsin, near Waterford.
What inspired you to be a nurse?
I was inspired to be a nurse when I've had experiences at the hospital with a loved one, and just seeing how the nurses and doctors cared for our family. It really inspired me to also want to do that for others.
What do you like most about being a school nurse?
I just love getting to know others and learning about other people's lives. I've worked with a lot of different populations. The elderly are very interesting and fun to be around. And I found my new passion is being a school nurse. So I'm I feel very blessed to be here and lucky to be around all of you.
What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school was science.
Do you have a pet, and tell us about your pet?
I do have a pet. I actually have two. I have a cat named Red Knight that Anthony named. And then we have a collie named Bailey, and he's about 11 years old.
What do you like to do for fun?
Well, I really enjoy doing art and crafting when I can with my kids. I've been starting to crochet again at home. It kind of helps relieve some stress and anxiety lately. And just getting outside with my kiddos a lot. That's fun.
What would we find surprising about you?
Well, I used to be in band in high school. I play the flute.
Do you have any advice about the school year?
Yeah, I think the biggest message I would like to share this year would really be about caring and kindness, showing kindness to each other, especially during this time where it's so uncertain. And I really have a strong passion for mental health and improving that in our community. So just sharing ourselves with one another and showing that we're there for each other, even when we're separated, when some of our friends are virtual, or we can't go visit our friends and have play dates or go to the movies or whatever, with each other. I think that's the toughest thing. And so just showing that we care about each other and spreading that kindness as much as we can.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
Yes. So like a lot of my MCDS colleagues, teaching is in my family. My dad was a teacher, my mom was a teacher, my grandmother was a teacher. But I think what inspired me was my dad. When I was in 9th grade, I had the opportunity to go and visit his classroom. He was a high school history teacher, and just watching him that day and seeing him teach and work with the kids inspired me. And then my dad was one of those people that came home every day loving his job. He never had anything bad to say about his career. And he said he felt like his life was in the classroom. And so I felt like that was my calling as well.
That's really cool. Where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Waukesha, Wisconsin, about 20 minutes outside of Milwaukee.
That is really cool. What do you like to do for fun?
So as you probably know, Henry, I talk a lot about being outside. I love to bike. I love to run. I love to camp. Under normal circumstances, my husband, I, and my daughter like to travel, but this year that has been clamped down just because of the pandemic. I like to read, I like to cook, and I like to spend time with my family.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Speaking of reading, what was your favorite childhood book?
So one of the first books that I remember looking at as a kid on my mom's lap and with my brother and my sister was a book called Teeny Tiny and the Witch Woman. And I actually have it here. It was a children's book and it was like considered a scary book at the time. And we would check this book out from the library, and the librarian knew that my brother and I loved it so much that when we would run up to the children's section at the library, she'd pull it out for us because she knew that was the book that we wanted to check out.
That's really cool. That's awesome that it has a happy ending too.
Yes.
And also, finally, what is your advice for the school year?
So I think, Henry, my advice is to get outside as much as possible. If there's one thing I've learned this year with the pandemic is that fresh air can be a great mood lifter. It can be an energizer, and just being outside helps me relax during these stressful times. So I would advise everyone to get out and breathe the fresh air.
That is so awesome. That was really great to hear all that stuff about you.
Well, thanks for your time today, Henry.
Hello, Miss Levy. My question for you today is, what inspired you to become a teacher?
Great question, Kate. I grew up not wanting to be a teacher, actually. It wasn't until high school, though, where I had some really impactful teachers. I had a math teacher that really taught me to love the math content. And then I had a band teacher who taught me that teachers are not only there to teach you content, but they also care about their students' character and want to see them grow to be awesome humans.
What do you like most about teaching math?
So of course I love the math subject, but I think my favorite part is working with students who don't consider themselves to be math people or have math brains. I believe that is a lie, and I love to work with students and just increase their math mindset and help them believe that they are capable of solving difficult math problems.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up about 2 hours away from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It is right on Lake Michigan, and we are home to the Johnsonville Brats.
Do you have a favorite childhood book?
Yes, I really love The Giving Tree. I remember reading that as a child and being so impacted by it, and then also reading it in college as well. My professor had us read that book, and there's just so many themes that you can take away from that book, and I believe that it really demonstrates unconditional love and how we really feel joy when we give to people.
Do you have an object in your classroom that has any special significance?
On my desk I have a letter tray, and there's 2 stickers on the letter tray. One I got when I first started working here. Michelle Kramer gave me a sticker that says, "Cute, but kind of weird." And I hadn't known her for very much time, so I thought that was funny. And then last year, one of my senior students gave me a sticker of a cow saying moo, but it was actually the Greek letter mu, which means population mean. So I thought that was cute as well.
What do you like to do for fun?
Since moving to Madison, I've really loved taking advantage of the biking paths downtown. I love biking the Lake Loop. I also love going to concerts. I love going to community events.
What would we find surprising about you?
I love couponing and finding deals and getting things for free. So I have a lot of apps on my phone where I track all my receipts and get points, and I just get super nerdy about getting free burgers from McDonald's. I don't know why, but I love it.
And now it's time to celebrate birthdays. A very happy birthday to Dane, Sydney, Bryn, Selena, Abe, Ivan, Ellie, and Ben. Happy birthday, and have a great week, everyone.